30 frames a second, get off my table now! Oh wait, I have neighbors. So you know what the ironic thing about that intro is? This whole video is going to be filmed in 30 frames a second. Hey, what is going on everyone? It is me, Mr. Mario, and actually this is my second time doing this because I was doing this and then I haven't even opened the product yet, but I was just talking and then I looked and I'm like, oh, I really like to talk because it's about 5 minutes and the product has not been opened. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the product first and then I'm going to share all my thoughts. So if you all want to see the unboxing, there you go and you can leave. But if you want to hear my thoughts, you can go ahead and stick around. So what am I unboxing today? I'm unboxing the Game Capture HD60. Now, this is the new generation of game capture cards from ElGato, and if you all might or might not know, I have been using the original ElGato Game Capture HD since about early 2013. It is a very good card, it is very sturdy, never had an issue with it, and I absolutely love it. Now the difference between this and the regular HD60 is that this one records in 60 frames a second, while as the regular one records in 30 frames a second. And if you all might or might not know, 60 frames a second video is now compatible on YouTube. So that means now if you upload something in 60 frames a second, it will display in 60 frames a second. And I personally thought, you know, it wouldn't be that big of an issue. Well, I mean, big deal coming from me, somebody who does play in 60. I looked, and guys, first off, I promised myself I would not buy one of these until the 60 frames a second rollout came in. But I saw one video in 60 frames, and I was just like, damn it, I have to buy it. So here we are right now. So anyways, I did bring this handy dandy knife with me, but because of ElGato's really easy packaging, I don't even think I'm going to need it. Also, this thing is kind of torn open already a little bit, but I will say this, compared to the first ElGato, this one is much slimmer in packaging. This one they actually threw into just an envelope. Well, I mean a tan envelope instead of, you know, a box or anything like that. So anyways, we have it right here. Looks like, you know, it's about as thick as like 2 DVDs, I would say, so you can like put it on your shelf and all that. Let's see. Next generation quality. Stunning 1080p quality with 60 frames a second. See, I told you all that. Advanced H264 hardware encoding. I just turned autofocus on right there. Lag-free HDMI pass-through to TV. The lag-free, excuse me, is to your display, not to the actual, you know, preview window. Then the tech specs, let's see, USB 2.0, you need a console with HDMI, HDMI pass-through, 1080p 60. It also does 30 frames a second, so for some of you that might be worried it only does 30, no, it also does 60. That's going to be one thing with this, actually. Because of how this generation is, and because of all the stuff I record on, I think I'm going to be just doing a mix of 30 frames and 60 frames things, because, like, I don't know, like, if a game is locked at 30 frames a second, why should I tax my CPU and record at 60 frames? Anyways, the system requirements here, Windows 7 SP1 or later, Mac OS X 10.9 or later, second generation Intel Core i5 CPU, so an i5 2000 or comparable. I have a 2500K, so we're good. Stream command, second generation Intel Core i7 CPU, i7 2000 something or comparable. My i5 2500K is overclocked, so I think we'll be good. 4 GB of RAM, I got 16. Built-in USB 2 ports, and an internet connection. Alright, so I meet all those requirements. Well, aside from the i7 thing, but you know, I could even cheat and be like, oh, well, my laptop has an i7. Anyways, let's go ahead and rip this open right here. Your skills immortalized. Ooh. Whoa. Huh, this thing is actually a bit weightier than I thought it was. Like I feel like the original one weighed a little bit more, but this is in more of a pill shape, I want to say. So, I have that right there. Game Capture HD. Has the engraving for the game capture thing right there. Let's see. Which, I think that's just output. Okay. There's HDMI right here. And right here we have an audio jack, HDMI, mini USB. So, for anybody who hates mini USB, sorry, it's mini USB again. Oh, actually, it shows right here. So yeah, you got your inputs on the left side and your output on the right side. So this is going to go to your TV. This stuff is going to your computer and all that. So I'll have all that set up there. Let's see what else they include. ElGatoGaming.com/gaming/download. So I do need to download the new ElGato software because I'm still on 1.4, but 2 and beyond support 60 frames. And I really hope the software is working fine. So let's see, we have a nice, just eyeballing this looks like it could be like a 10-foot micro USB cable. I already have a really long one running from my computer over to my TV, so I'm not going to open that up. And they even included, not even a gold-plated, man, come on! They included a silver-plated HDMI cable. Eyeing this also looks like a 6-footer. So yeah, I've opened up a lot of HDMI cables in my day. Anything else? Oh, whoa! I got an ElGato sticker. That's actually pretty neat. I might put that on my laptop, actually. That's cool. Alright, anyways, put that back. Put that back. And you all might want a comparison between the two, so I'll go ahead and grab the other one. So I just grabbed my other one right here. As you can see, actually, Yep, this one is heavier, just slightly heavier. This one is just a tad bit lighter, but as you can see, it is rounded off here. It's not like in a pill shape and all that. It's smooth and all that, which I don't... actually, you know what? For traveling so many places with me, it's been thrown in my backpack several times. It's been across several states. It's actually in pretty damn good condition. I'm kind of surprised, especially, like, look at that. It just has smudges on it. But yeah, right here, it has the HDMI in and then HDMI out, as you can see. Actually, well, HDMI out, so those are the two outputs compared. USB is right there. And then HDMI in, USB port has been flipped, and we also have this AV thing right here which is missing. Now we have, you know, audio options there. Now the AV in, a lot of people have gotten mad about this and they've said, oh, well, you know, now because it's missing the AV in, you can't record all your legacy systems and all that, and you can't record PS3 footage. Well, actually, there's a way around that. I will show you all if I can find where I put. Here we go. You can actually use one of these right here. I've used this on a few of my older systems, but a AV to HDMI, simple composite to HDMI. It sounds like it's a sham. Trust me, it looks awesome. And then you just hook up the HDMI to your ElGato right here, your new one, and you're good to go. Now, yes, it might not be as ideal as, you know, having a cable set up for composite and component on this thing. However, I mean, hey, it works out. It's all good. Anyways, now some people might be asking me, should I upgrade from the ElGato regular one to the ElGato HD60? Well, here's the thing. I think 60 frames a second, it's going to be the next step. It really is the next step. It is here right now, and this is kind of like, we've seen it time and time again on YouTube. Remember when dazzles were the big thing, when you had a dazzle and you could actually squeeze some pretty damn good quality out of that for 480? But no, you had the dazzle going on, and then people started upgrading to the HD PVR, and some people were just like, oh, well, dazzles are still fine, not that many people watching HD. Well, then, you know, 720p became 1080p, and then the ElGato came out, and people said, oh, you know, I just got the HD PVR, not that many people watch in 1080p. Well, now, even including myself, a lot of people do watch in 1080p if it's available. I have the connection for it, I have the displays for it, and if I can watch it in 1080, I'm going to watch it in 1080. Also, I like to provide, you know, that crisp, clear footage and everything. So, another thing, it's just like, oh, well, you know, 60 frames a second, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Well, you know, it's coming, and especially with a decent amount of games, pretty much all games on PC running at 60 frames a second, and you know, some of them running on consoles at 60 frames a second. It's going to be real nice to have this thing right here. This is going to be a real nice comparison. I can't wait to show you all some footage on this. So I'm going to be recording. I'm going to see how it is. And I've seen some other reviews of it. I've been told the streaming aspect sucks on here, but the recording is awesome. So that's all I care about. As long as it records great, I should be good to go. Anyways, I'll probably start recording some footage, and I'll throw up some gameplay and all that of 60 frames a second footage. By the way, I want to say, as of this moment in time, I believe 60 frames only works on Chrome and Internet Explorer, the new versions. So if you're on Firefox and you're having issues, that's probably why. Hopefully it gets patched over to Firefox here soon, but soon you guys might be getting 60 frames a second. If not, just use Chrome. Don't use Internet Explorer. It also works on Safari for Mac users as well. Anyways, let's go ahead and hook this thing up right here. Well, here we go, everyone. Going from 30 frames to 60 frames. So, let's make sure I don't screw this up or anything. But yeah, normally have it hooked up like this. I'm actually going to have to change the placement of this USB cable here. So, heard it disconnect from Windows. Out with the old. In with the new. That's what they say. I'm actually going to have to run this cable kinda over. Why do you have to make this awkward for me, ElGato? And there we go. Ooh! Has some pretty lights too. The old one didn't have that. Anyways, this is Mr. Mario. Signing off. Thank you for watching, everyone.